So, here we are again. Have a seat, presented by the fine folks at Feiger Law. Dan Dickerson, Jason Benetti, our entire marvelous crew behind the scenes. We are at the halfway point of the season.
Yeah.
No, you don't know that.
What?
There's always an argument in baseball. What's the halfway point of the season? Is it game
games.
81? Is it the All-Star break? Is it pre-All-Star break or post-All-Star break? Which
It
is
can be both.
Yeah, but this is a magical season. We know that. As we're sitting here right now, the Tigers are 58-34. Just as we're taping, the record will change, but the record at this moment is 58-34. And I think in seasons like this, the question you hear at the end of the season is, when did you know it was special? Were there signs of it being special? And you should know, dear viewers and listeners, that we as a crew are always on the lookout for signs that this season and other seasons are special. To the point that we were at Progressive Field. Sometimes we'll walk to the press box together. We'll even walk to the ballpark together as a group. So Dan Petrie, Dan Dickerson, and I were walking together to the press box, right?
Yeah.
And
Get off the elevator. You got to walk out, across a little platform, and then inside.
Yeah, and you were to my right.
Yeah.
And as we were walking, whoa, treachery afoot. Literally afoot.
We all saw it.
Yeah.
We all saw it coming.
So I nearly stepped on a wayward thing of lip balm. And Dan immediately, first thing out of Dan's mouth is,
That's a sign.
it's a sign. And I said, a sign of what?
I don't know. But that's a sign. It's like somebody rolled it from off stage right, and they just, okay, cue lip balm, roll lip balm. It hit your right foot perfectly. I don't know what that says, but that's not nothing.
But I just love the idea of you going around the world and just as we travel,
Random.
you're going, that's a sign. The bug on the windshield, that's a sign.
That's a sign.
That's a sign. Mug is half full, that's a sign.
No, it's reserved for certain things. I mean, it has to be a very random thing. It has to maybe connect with something in your day. That one didn't connect to anything, but it just did feel like that's not an accident that it rolled so accurately to your right foot. So we're still trying to figure out what kind of sign it was.
That's right.
It was a sign.
But it made me think that something about play-by-play announcers, we have this sense of like, okay, we're doing this one thing, and then like, whoop, because we always, in game, we get to say the 2-2. And we just immediately change the subject if we don't like the subject that we were on, right? So we have this ability.
You reset every pitch.
Yeah. So you're just walking around and people are like, hot dogs, get your hot dogs. And you're like, that's a sign. The 1-1, right? You can just veer off course and nobody notices because you're a play-by-play announcer in baseball. Like Boog Sciambi. You know Boog Sciambi?
Sure, the Booger.
Voice of the Cubs on TV. I was talking.
Truly one of the great personalities you will ever meet, not just in baseball, in life.
And a great soul. Great soul.
Yep.
I was talking to him in April. I was driving to Milwaukee. We were on the phone, and he was in Arizona with the Cubs. And I go, what hotel are you at? And he goes, I wouldn't worry about it. Now, that's a phrase that's reserved for some other situation. But it's like viral for play-by-play announcers. We just have it in us to use a phrase in the wrong spot, but it sounds like it fits.
That sounds like the Booger perfectly.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. I was like, I just asked what hotel you're at. I had to pull off to the side of the road I was laughing so hard. But it's a sign. And little did we know, in the off season in December, when you and I were on a Zoom call with a bunch of different media members, it was just short of Christmas, when Gleyber Torres signed, and we had seen him play for the Yankees. Good player, big home run numbers in 2019.
Right. And my reaction was kind of, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, good player.
Good player, that's nice.
Yeah, and little did we know, with all of his postseason experience, that maybe truly it was a sign.
Because what he has done for this team, I mean, in so many ways, I don't think we'll ever even know, but the players can tell you. He was mentioned as like, you're a really leader of this team. He's like, no, I'm trying to be a good teammate. And that means so many different things in so many different areas. And he's a big part of the reason this team is on its way to something we both feel pretty special.
Absolutely. And this is why this podcast with Gleyber Torres was in excess of our expectations.
That's terrific.
Because when you say like, oh, that's nice for a player, it's based on what you've seen before and the belief that they're just going to keep being the same person, whatever that might be. And we know that aging happens in baseball, and we all take that into account when anybody signs anywhere. But hearing Gleyber Torres' story, as you will in the coming minutes, of how he decided to leave home to go play baseball on his own, you just don't say at age 28, you know what, I'm going to sign for 1 year, mail it in. That's not really in him, considering how hard it was to get to this point. And that's one of my major takeaways from this interview, is how hard he worked to get here, as a reason for why we're seeing what we're seeing, the transformation of him this year.
Yeah. And he has reinvented himself, and he is still the exact same productive hitter that he was when he hit 38 home runs, as measured by, on base plus slugging as related to league average. It's the same. And he really did reinvent himself. And it's fascinating to listen to his story from when he was a young kid and had to make that decision. I'm going to go off on my own at 13.
It's hard to believe that we're talking about somebody in a full circle term who's 28.
Who's 28.
But his first 2 years, he was an all-star. 2018, Nats Park. 2019, Cleveland. And then now this year, full circle, all-star again. And that's where we start with Gleyber Torres on this episode. It's his first all-star game and how he's changed all these 7 years now of life. So please enjoy Gleyber Torres on Figer Law. Have a seat. It's a sign.
This is Have a Seat with Jason Benetti and Dan Dickerson, presented by Figer Law.
It is another edition of Have a Seat presented by Figer Law, and All-Star Gleyber Torres is with us.
Thank you.
Does that ever get old to hear All-Star Gleyber Torres?
I kind of I forget for many years, and now I'm glad to somebody call me like that.
Back then, the last time you were there, how would we compare that person to the guy we're sitting with right now?
A little bit younger. Not much, but I believe a little bit mature too. Just the guy was trying to figure out the first couple of years in the big league, living amazing life, because as a player playing in New York Yankees and made the All-Star game was an honor at the moment. But now I feel like more mature, different focus on the game, and different life. Still young because he's 28, but I got a
You've
baby.
lived a lot.
Yeah, I got a baby. Still the life, big family guy. So, and just enjoy the little thing a little bit more.
At a very young age, it sounds like you were your dad describes you as an adult thinking kind of a big picture at 11 or 12. And that's what people talk about, I mean, throughout their life, talk about how you were kind of a thinker.
Mm-hmm.
And do you always remember being that way? And how do you, when you got traded to the Yankees, you read up on the Yankees and you wanted to know the history before you ever debuted with them. And you worked really hard to make sure that you could do interviews in English when you were in the minor leagues. Yeah. What do you remember about, were you always kind of that way?
Yeah, always. I remember when my parents bring me to the ballpark, and from the beginning they told just play baseball outside the high school just for fun, right? But I really take baseball for life because I really love baseball. And outside the baseball field, I'm a really fan. Like, I see the games from the other teams. I see, like, everything's happening in the world. So it's just like play minor league. I'm really grateful to the Cubs. Gives me the first opportunity to sign in professional, because at that age, 16, as a Latin player, you don't have many opportunities. Maybe
right.
you have a 16 years old one shot, because when you pass 16, 17, it's still young, but you don't have the same opportunities than the year before. So it was a really complicated, and my parents really helped me to to get really mature in the 14, 15 years old, and helped me really well to get where I am right now. And play with the Cubs first 3 year, no English at all. Uh,
None at all.
Not at all. Like, because my first year I was in Arizona, I remember, and literally my coaches, my hitting coach, my infield coach, and also my manager was Dominicans and Puerto Rican people, and literally I don't have to speak English at the moment because they explain me everything. And I played that year rookie, and I went to short season, and I taste a little bit of English because I got a whole family at the moment, and I can communicate it really well. So those months, I realized like I have to figure out the way I speak English, because it's gonna be the way if I gonna live in here and play in the big leagues. I wanna explain myself, you know.
Yeah.
For sure, we always got translators, but I want to explain myself. And I remember 16 when they trade me to the Yankees. Uh, First game in Tampa, I remember. After the game, I got an interview, and I just like literally was my first interview in English, and I was panicked because I don't speak English.
Right.
And another player helped me to get the interview, and I feel like that's the moment get I get really mature. Like, from tonight, I have to learn English. I don't know how I gonna be, but I have to speak English, and I put really more focus after that year. And my goal was for sure playing the big leagues, but I get my interview in English after the games.
Did you take courses, or did you? A lot of guys just learn by watching American television.
Yeah, I mean, I got roomies. Like, normally as a Latino, we always stay together. Like, roomies with another Latinos because it's a little easier.
Right.
But I remember my agent always told me like you have to be roomies with the American players because that's the way you gonna learn. You're gonna speak. You yourself have to speak English every day outside the field. And just I get roomies, uh, and they help me. Like, whatever word I say at the moment, if I say yes, they agree. If I say on the wrong side, they try to teach me, and that's the way I just learn. Like, we take English class, but at just 1 hour,
Right.
and 1 hour don't really help you.
Right.
So you have to try. I watch a lot of TV, music, TV shows, movies, and little by little, I'm a star. Like, get better and better English.
You've talked so positively and glowingly about your family and growing up in Venezuela. What was it about your parents and that home life? Like, tell us all about them and what makes them such special people.
Uh, what I mean, whatever I do in the life is for them. Like, where I growing up was difficult situation. Uh, at the moment, we don't have the best life. Uh, my dad work like every single day for gives me everything. My mom get off the work to take care of myself during my work. My dad do the job. My mom help me in the school, um, bring me to the field. Like, they always figure out a way, like, do everything for me. Uh, some days, some years, we don't have the ton of money for take care of myself, buy me a new bat, new cleats, new glove, like things like that. But they always figure out a way, like, do everything for me. Like, they always tell me, if you're gonna play baseball, we're gonna do everything for you to support yourself. And how they teach me everything, like, not just baseball, like life, like how I gonna be a good man, good people, like, they do everything for me. And I'm still 28 years old, and my dad and my mom text me like, I don't think you do those little things on the right way. You have to do this.
Still guiding.
At that age, 16, 15, before signing, I do a lot of interviews in Spanish in Venezuela. And literally before interviews, my dad sit with me like hours to ask me questions. And I'm just answering.
Wow.
He say like, no, you can't answer that because I get off the school really earlier because I have to go to academy, and the academy was like 3 hours from my house. So if I play baseball, I can't go to the school. So I have to decide one of those. So I went to play baseball, but my dad understand like he don't gonna get the skill on the high school. So I just have to figure out the way help him. So he teach me like interviews, like you can say those words, you can move the hands. Like in my house, he really prepared myself to get interview in Spanish at the moment. And also after interview, he's tell me like, you repeat too much, like yes. Like those kind of things he helped me. And still, like he see my interviews, not in English because he don't speak English, that's a good way. But in Spanish, like still, like they teach me really good thing. And now with my son, uh, he always like whatever I do with my son, he always like I was like you. You remember those little things, so you have to like do on the better way, like you know what I mean. And
Wow.
those kind of teams, I'm really glad they still help me.
So the academy was baseball.
Yeah, just baseball.
It was not furthering your education.
No,
And you
just
made that
baseball.
decision at 14, 13?
Around 13, I remember I play like normal leagues in Venezuela, but people go to my dad and tell him like he's special, and my dad like yes, whatever. Like he play
course
good.
he is. He's
Yeah, he's play good, and like at the moment I don't think anything about big leagues, signing professional. I just play for fun. I really love baseball, but I just play for fun and for fun at the moment. And one guy, the name Ciro Barrios, he was a huge agent signing younger players in Venezuela. He goes straight to my dad and he explained little things like, "Hey, Gleyber is good. Gleyber can play, blah blah blah." And my dad like, "Yeah, whatever." And they say like, "Serious? Like, I invite you to my academy, and Gleyber can compete with like
The best.
the best player. Like, we'll see. He's still 13, but let's see how his reaction." And I went to Maracay, like 3 hours driving. I practice. I use literally first time wood bat.
First time.
First time maple bat. And I hit BP, take grounders, like I do all those kind of things I never do, and I go to the game. And that day I went like 4 for 4, face first time. I mean, professional players and also players gonna sign first. I throw 90, 90, 89, and I get really good game. And the guy say, your son, he's special. And my dad start thinking like, oh, maybe. But the way he explained, like, I have to prepare your son to get ready for signing, right? And that's gonna take me at least 3 years because I was 13. So
Yeah.
14, 15, and 16. July 2nd is on the pass. July 2nd is the year you're signing a professional in Latin America. And my dad was like, high school, have to figure out a way. And
Yeah.
the guy say like, if he gonna be prepared, he have to be here always. Like the next 3 years or 2 years and a half, they have to be here. And that's the tricky situation. Like I back to home, my dad thinking, telling my mom say no. Like literally when my dad mentioned that, my mom say no,
Me, right
back
away.
to school. And I was like, 13 years old, I don't want to speak at the moment, but my dad say like, if maybe it's his opportunity, let's support him, like let's see how it's gonna be, maybe. But if he don't sign in or anything is happening on the way, he's back to school. Like, but he got opportunity to, and on the other way, it's just like maybe that's the opportunity to go other side from whatever we live.
Yeah.
Because signing is make money, better life, better house.
Life changing.
So, I mean, they don't want to. My mom crying for almost hour. My dad was like, like hard situation. And at the moment, I don't realize like how big it's gonna be. I'm just like, I wanna play baseball and I go there to do something. But like day by day, year by year, I was like, yo, it's gonna be change life, like for me and for my family. And that's the way like I went like 100% in. Like I gonna be better. I have to sign in. I gonna be the best 16 years old at the moment. And yeah, I was.
And you were.
What would you have said to them? I mean, you said you're 13, you don't want to get in the middle of all that. But what did you want to say to them while they were deciding on your future?
I remember that conversation wasn't comfortable, by the way. I was like, I don't talk much. Like they go back and forth.
Right.
You're watching.
Yeah, and just like, I say like, yo, give me the opportunity. Like I really want this. Like I don't talk money at the moment. I don't know anything about money.
You just want to play baseball.
I just want to play. And if that agent Zero Barrios told us like, I got something, let's see. And I just say like, give me the opportunity, please. I just want to go there. And yeah, they say yes. And literally, I live 3 years by myself. They have like not complex at the moment. They have like different house. Was a lot of players, a lot of coaches. Like it was a big academy. He was the one couple of the first agent signing a player with $1 million in Venezuela.
Wow.
And he was good agent at the moment. And we really trust in him. Like my parents go there maybe on the weekends, see me, we go dinner and things like that.
So they came to visit while you were there.
Or I go back to where I live just for the weekend because where I live was really dangerous, and also my dad don't want me be every day in my house, so they prefer I go far from where I live.
Was that Caracas?
Yeah,
around
Caracas
the
at the moment.
Okay.
And I'm moving to Maracay
Right.
for almost 3 years, 2 years and a half. For sure, December, Christmas, I back to Caracas, pass with my family, but January 5, I'm back to Maracay. And I think helped me really well because I live by myself, still young, but
Did you live with other players, or
yeah,
were you by
couple
your?
more players,
Oh, you did. Okay.
couple more players.
Okay.
Like
What did y'all eat? Who cooked for you?
the house I live at the moment, it was Zero family house. So
Okay.
his mom, his dad, and also both sisters. So they they really prepare.
So they're
like,
taking in 2 additional children to their 3.
exactly like 4 or 5 more.
Wow.
And they have different rooms, and was like really good plan. Like they have different house, but they put me in the house and they take care of me like his son. Like I never need anything.
Wow.
Like
Wow.
really good, really good.
So
That's
so then, I mean, you sign. What is signing day like? You did all this. You leave your home
For
When-
I live my home for 3 years.
3 years, and then the day you signed, how did you feel?
Best day of my life. Like before, I mean, I didn't know before, after for sure playing the big leagues, but a signing was like complete my first step. Like signing July 2nd with the Chicago Cubs. Was really, really happy. I really feel like I do my first job because I know the money I get at the moment, I'm gonna help my family and help myself to get different life. But like signing, go Arizona, play a little bit there, back to Venezuela, and literally the same conversation with my dad and my mom. Like now you have to get better. Like they always tell me like you have to now play on the big leagues. Like okay, you signing. That's the first step. But don't be like another players because many players signing, but a small group made the big leagues.
Right.
And literally that's always was the mentality. Like, okay, you help us. We got in better situation, but still like you have to do a lot of jobs. So keep working, keep focused, and that's the way. Like I go Arizona by myself.
And you're 16.
Yes, I go 16, but I played like my first year with 17. Was rookie and short season. And I really like, as a Latin player, sometimes we need a family. Like, be with us and things like
Right.
that. But I live literally from the 14 years old to 16 by myself. Go Arizona, I was like normal. Like, I have to do one job, like play on the big leagues. And I don't take anything from grinder at the moment, but like that type of mentality helped me to like get mature at the moment with that type of age.
Yeah, you've got to grow up quick.
Yeah, literally.
Where
literally.
was short season? Where did you go?
I play rookie ball, I believe, for 2-3 months, and I go Idaho. short
Boise,
season.
Idaho,
Boise,
right?
Idaho. Yeah, I play like about 2 weeks there, and that was my first year. Second years on the minor league, I went South Bend,
Yep.
and I finished in Myrtle Beach. So literally every year I went two levels.
Were you able to find like favorite foods in any of these places?
I kind of eat everything. Like I don't want to be offensive with people, but I don't like peanut butter jelly. Like, I don't like it.
I gotta go.
I know. And also, it's a funny thing on the plane. They put peanut butter jelly, and
Right.
I tell AJ like, "Are we on the big league, guy? What is that?" And he laughing. But like, I really tried everything, but no peanut butter jelly. Like,
And that was like a
That's
staple in
awesome.
the clubhouse, probably.
yeah,
right?
like that.
Back in the day with the minors, that's all they had.
That's
sometimes,
banana
right?
and peanut butter jelly. I went like, I got a decent signing bonus. And, my agency and my financial guy from the band, they always take care of my money, help me. And I got a car. And, I didn't speak English at the moment, but I go to Chipotle or, I don't know, Wendy's or something like that, and just number 1, number 2, and blah, blah, blah. That's a little thing. And also I invite people to go some restaurant because I don't speak at the moment. And I just invite my friends because I know they speak English. And, like, I invite you, I drive, but you order for me.
But you
That's
order
good.
for me. That's a
the
good
deal.
deal, dude.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
I love it.
Yeah.
So the Cubs sign you as this big thing, and then like the next year, you get traded to the Yankees.
Yeah, literally, I played 2.5 years with the Cubs.
Like, what does that feel like?
Feels weird because literally I get really good relationship on those years with the Cubs. Many friends, many younger guys, people from the front office. Like, I really feel in house, like really good. Like the group I always play because you normally play with the same group year by year.
Growing up, yeah.
And going league by league, I play literally with the same group. Like we was really tight, and literally one time, I remember Sunday day game. I was in the lineup, go practice back, and they told me like you don't gonna play.
2018, right? This is
2016.
2016.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just like, what do I do? Like, I'm just thinking like, I go double A, like, because I was in high A in the moment.
Right.
And just, I played through almost 3 months on the season. Maybe I go to double
I'm
A.
moving.
Yeah, like, and I remember the manager called me to the office, and all my boys, my teammates, like, yo, congrats, you go to the double A. And just like, yes, finally. I don't want to see you anymore. Like, and Mariano Duncan was my hitting coach at the moment, and he was on the office. He literally helped me to get a translator. I see the manager, the hitting coach, and I just like,
What's going on?
what's going on? They say, like, you can't play right now because you on the conversation we got trade. And just like, me? Like, what is that? Like, I didn't realize, like, at the moment, I don't use social media. I don't know what's the rumors. Like, I don't know anything, like nothing. I just play minorly. And say like, yes, you're gonna get traded. I feel those kind of 5-minute conversation, I feel like everything was disappeared. I just sit in my locker and just like, damn, like, what's that mean? I literally realized like get a new high school, when you go
Yeah.
new to the high
Yeah.
school and you don't know
Yeah, 'cause you've got
nobody.
all your buddies, your guys.
And everybody go to the game. I can't be in the dugout by the way I was in the locker. And they told me like, just literally pack and go to your room or something like that because somebody gonna call you later. And I'm just like,
Did you know what team you were being?
no, I didn't know anything. I called my agent literally crying, like, somebody gonna train me? What is that? Told me like, yeah, you're gonna try. We don't know where or when, but you on the conversation. And I'm just like, I'm just thinking about my friends, like relationship. And end of the day, it's a business. But I was young. I don't think much about this. And literally that night, my agent called me and like said, "You're gonna trade to the Yankees." He was happy, like, "Yo, you go to the Yankees," like, it's different world. And at the moment, I was like sad because my teammates, my relationship, the organization. Next day, front office from the Yankees called me like, whenever you're ready, just tell us and we're gonna pay your flight back to the Yankees. I went straight to Tampa, and was weird. I walked to the clubhouse and I didn't know nobody. I remember was Nestor Cortez there, Jorge Mateo, Miguel Andújar was there at the moment, a couple more players, and I was like, hey, weird. I don't got a beer at the moment. I just have little things, and they say you have to share.
Even the little, yeah.
Yeah, you have to share, and just like I feel different. But I really understand how it's a business, and literally I'm back to play, and just everything was fun after that.
Isn't that the minor leagues though? Like you think you're going to AA, instead you get traded, and they didn't even send you to AA. You end up going back to Able.
I stay in the Able. Yeah, I'm just like, oh. But it was fun. Like they really welcomed me. I remember Carlos Mendoza was
the current manager of the Mets.
Yeah, the infield coordinator from the all Yankee system, and literally he's welcomed me because from Venezuela, like feel me a little bit confidence. He explained me many things about the organization, what was the plan, and feels good. Like literally from the first day they treat me really well.
Before you debut in 2018, you tear your Tommy John ligament, the UCL.
Yeah.
That was only 50 games into that season. You probably knew you were about to debut you might have even debuted in 2017, right?
Yeah, almost.
What did that experience do to you and maybe even for you? Because when you debuted the next year, you were ready, and at 21, you had a heck of a season.
Yeah. 17, I was in Double A. They called me to Scranton. I was playing really well. I remember we went to Buffalo, and I think I was hit a double. I was in second, land right to the right field. I go home play, and those type of seconds I don't remember much. I'm just like, remember I tried to slide and feels a lot of pain on my arm. I knew I was close to the big leagues, so I feel really, really pain on my left arm. But I say the manager like, I'm good. Like, like really,
I'm fine though.
I able to move my arm, but I tell you like, I'm good. Give me just 5 minutes, and just give me a break. He said like, no, you can't. I say, please. And I think it was the job, the moment, like everything was so fast. And the trainer said like, no. They said like, we have to take it from the game. Right? Just like, I was on panic mode, like, what's gonna be? Like, I don't feel my arm really well. And just thinking like, I'm close to the big league. Like, I can make the big league soon. I can be injured. And I remember I went to the hospital. They don't do MRI at the moment. They do X-ray. Everything was clear.
Oh, wow.
Like elbow, shoulder, like doctor say, like maybe just a bruise or something, but
Really?
everything is good. And I'm just like, yes. Like, I'm still able to move the arm. It's just like
You're like, let me play tomorrow.
Yeah, and just
I'm good.
like, I'm good.
Did you think it was worse, or were you actually thinking?
No,
okay.
when they say like X-ray
Yeah.
is good, I say like,
Okay,
oh,
good.
I passed. Like,
Right.
thank you.
Yeah.
Like, thank God. Like, I'm good. My wife was with me. I tell her, like, she say like, you good? I say yes. And then Sunday, I didn't play Sunday. I drive from Buffalo to Scranton by myself. I able to move my arm, but I'm just driving, And my wife is like, let me drive. I said, no, I'm good. Like, I can't move my arm.
I can do everything.
I can do everything.
I'm playing tomorrow.
I'm playing Monday. Monday we got off, and they call me like, you gonna get MRI on Monday. I say like, it's an MRI. Everything's gonna be good. I feel good. And the MRI, I remember I get MRI. I asked the doctor, like, those people can't tell you anything before a doctor. And I tell him the guy like, yo, everything's good. He say, yeah, good. Say, you see something? No, I didn't see anything. I can't tell you. It's the doctor. I said, oh, perfect. I'm just waiting in the room with my wife, and when doctor opened the door and I saw his face, I'm just like, oh boy, something happened, because his face was different.
Oh.
And he like, Gleyber, how I explain you? And just like, tell me. And he said, yeah, you're gonna get TJ. Just like, how?
You're like, I haven't pitched in years.
Yeah, like how it's gonna be because I tell him X-ray was good. Say, yeah, but this MRI, and he showed me, and my ligament was like
Gone.
like no chance. Horrible moment. I cry. I remember I cried like hour with my wife. My agent called me. Cashman at the moment called me, because they say like maybe auction was injection, cup injection, and let's see how your reaction. But injection take time, you're gonna be.
Now you've just delayed the timeline.
Might as well just get it done, right?
Exactly. And Cashman literally was be really honest with me, like, I feel sorry for you, like, like injury happened, but nobody, if you get injection and you get recovery for couple months and you back to play, nobody knows if you're gonna play on the big league this year. Like, be honest.
Right.
It's a business and we don't know. And I'm just like, oh, all right, yeah, like I'm gonna get my TJ, my agent called me, and like, let's get done and be ready next year. Like, and was like horrible situation. But on the same way, I feel like that was my first year married with my wife, and literally she was in Venezuela. She fly back and forth, but we never get like months together, like 1 year together, because she was in the university at the moment. I was playing in the minor league. She fly when she got vacation, but we never get 1 year together, like living together. And seriously, she stayed with me literally 8 months in Tampa, and that's the way like we get like really tight, because we start living together. TJ was bad for sure, but in other way, I knew a little bit more my wife at the moment. Still young. I was 20, I think, 19, 20. And we get really good together. Maybe was my moment to play big leagues. I remember I played third base at the moment because Didi and Starling Castro was in the infield, and the only opportunity was third base. I don't think I was played really good third base at the moment, and just played third on the minor league to get the opportunity to play there. And God has a plan. Maybe was my moment. If maybe I made the big leagues, I played really bad, wasn't ready, and back to minor league. It's just like something happened for one reason, and I just take it. I just get the best I can get my recovery, and the next year I get my MLB and was special.
And then the year after that, you hit 38 major league homers.
Yeah.
Nothing to it.
I was surprised. Like, I never hit more than 11 in minor league. I hit my first year 24 and 38. I was like, okay, that's my moment. But it was good.
When we show up in Baltimore with the Tigers, do you just have all those memories flooding back of that year when you hit like 1,000 homers against Baltimore?
Yeah. I don't know how, but I think because we faced many times the same team. Like,
back then the schedule, you'd see the same team 19 times.
Yeah.
And at the moment Baltimore was better team year by year. They tried to figure it out.
Yeah.
And we was really good. and and just guess a six. I think was good, was fun.
I love that. AJ talks often about this team last year, and you obviously were somewhere else, but this team getting to know what it's like to play in October. What would you say to fans who are like, hey, how different is the postseason? Because you've seen a bunch of them now.
Yeah. From myself, as a player, I just play the season just ready for the postseason. Because it's never the same feeling play a regular game to the postseason. I don't talk about World Series. World Series is another step. Like white card. It's just different feeling, different situation, different baseball. It's just same game, same players. It's just like different level to energy and how you see those moments.
Is it focused? Like, what is it?
Yeah, for sure it's focused, but it's just like the way, like how I feel. Like it's no pressure at all. It's just like that's the real MLB baseball. That's the fun part of the season. Because on the season, maybe you got the best season you can be,
Yeah.
or you have the worst season you can be, but you're gonna be on the postseason and you have another opportunity to figure out that's count more than your season, because your season is for free agency, maybe arbitration or personal numbers. That's fair. Like that's how you play. But a postseason is not about numbers, not about whatever. It's about what you're gonna do and how you're gonna help your team to win one game. And fans, TV, media, like entire world is just see you.
Yeah.
That's the best. I think that's the best thing about playing the big leagues. Like, it's nothing compared. Like, I play my first year in the big league. I play against Boston, and was crazy. Like, fans, Fenway Park, back to New York. We lost at the moment, and was really good. And
You made the last out, right?
Yeah, horrible.
Thanks, Jason.
Thank you.
No, you talked about it that year, didn't you? You were like, you lived with that the whole offseason. You're talking about how big that felt.
Yeah.
And you're the guy holding the
was
bat.
bad. And follow that year, 19, we faced Minnesota, because Minnesota was a really good team at the moment. And we beat it really good. And we went to Houston. And I think it was the sixth game, like crazy sixth game of the postseason on my career. Like back and forth, we faced really good team. We have really good team. And, that type of fans, like how you play those type of games is just like, it's fun. I really love postseason. Like, it's different mentality play there.
What did you think of the Astros manager that year?
I don't know much at the moment because they beat us really, really bad at the moment. But it was fun, like I don't get much conversation, but it was fun. And last year, World Series was another step. Like, I just take a moment one time. I was in New York. I don't know, and just see the crowd. Like, you always have to take a moment because you don't know if you're gonna make the World Series again.
Right.
And also Rizzo talked with the boys. We got a meeting before the game, and he talked like, yo guys, we have to, either we won or we lost. We wanna win for sure, but you have to take those moments like for life, because my experience, Rizzo, my last World Series was in 16, and I don't know how it's gonna be my last World Series. And I made this year, and I wanna enjoy it. And those kind of work, I really take personal because we don't know what's gonna be on the future. And that World Series, like, I really enjoy. I try to do the best for the team. That kind of experience, and literally, I able to sleep, like finish the game, back to apartment. My parent was there, my wife, everybody go asleep, and I just stay in the living room. don't see cell phone, don't see anything. It's just like, just process, like
Yeah.
figure out. We lost the first 3 games, like figure out how was important for sure, how tough was the losing, but like just playing the World Series and especially that type of games like Dodgers against the Yankees was like different situation.
One of the things coaches have talked about here was this team last year, this Tigers team, that went 31-13 down the stretch to reach the postseason. They didn't know, not that they didn't know any better, but they didn't know what the finality of that last loss might feel like. So they had to experience that.
Exactly.
And they feel like that will help when you get back to the postseason this year. Do you feel that way? I mean,
Yeah, for sure. Like my experience 18, I didn't know much. Like I was too excited to. It was like helicopter, Like I was too excited. I strike out in one at bat. I was too slow, and back and forth. But at 19, I was more mature because I
and you're
played.
22 years old.
I play in the year before, and 19, 20, 21, 22, everything was like normal. Still, I'm still play excited, but I know how it is, how is the feeling. And I saw last year how they played the second half, beat Houston, and really good series against Cleveland. They lost, but I think for this year, they know how they taste. They know how the fans gonna be, how is the weather, because weather change too.
Yeah.
How every pitch, every run is really important. It's so, I still don't understand, like, normal game, you score 6 runs in the 9th inning and you can lose. But in the postseason, you score 1 in the first inning and you won the game.
Right.
Like, it's not explained because it's the same pitcher, same reliever. It's just the intensity of the game, like how each player prepare for throw just 1 pitch, 1 walk is really important, and everything. It's just like they knew. And now this year, I feel like I don't want to say it's easier because we don't know what's going to be in the next 4 months.
Right.
But they taste already, and I think they're going to be prepared.
You talk about like the evolution of this Tigers team. I was looking at your numbers from that 2019. It is so hard to reinvent yourself in Major League Baseball. It's so hard to be a different player than you show up as because guys just exploit your weaknesses over and over again. It's like you can't hit a pitch, they keep throwing it to you. How do you become a guy who walks more than he strikes out? Like, what did you do this offseason? It is remarkable to see your command of the strike zone. How did you activate that this year?
To be honest, I don't know.
Come on, there's a secret in there.
First of all, I don't like strikeouts. Like, I really hate it. It's part of the game. That's part of the game. Like, if you play, it's 2 things. Like, when you play, you make an error or you strike out. If you don't make error or strike out because you don't play that day, that's the fact of the baseball. I remember just flashes, 18, 19, hit a lot of homers, but I strike out 100 and something at bat, and I don't take walks. Year by year, numbers, metric, like you learn a little bit about the game. I'm not the guy go into numbers, metrics, like, because it's too much information. Like OPS, it's looking percent, like, I don't know, I just knew all baseball. Homers, RBIs, and average.
Yeah.
Like, to me, I know it's way different right now, but to me, I know OPS, many different numbers.
Right.
I don't know
Lots
yet.
of ways to measure it, right?
But like now, I know how it's important. Like, take a walk. And I played many years with George. I played last year with Soto. And I knew how important is take a walk. Just pass the baton,
Yeah.
Because you take a walk, you mess around with the pitcher. They threw more pitches than normal. Other guys see more pitcher. It's just like complete game. And last year, after the second half, and just figure out a little bit more. Like, that's the game. And he's so hard pitching. And he's so hard hitting. And some pitchers throw a sweeper, the new pitch, so nasty, but it's so hard to throw on the same way,
Yeah.
And some days, as a hitter, I may still learn from the game. I still learn from the sun, but this year I just believe a little bit more. Like, take a pitch, like.
Which one were you more like when you were 8 years old? If we had footage of you in Venezuela, are you the 2019 version? Or are you the right now version? Which player were you when you were a little kid, first love in the game?
19. I just swing everything.
Is that what you were like when you were a kid?
I just swung everything. And I strike out. It was like young guy, we love Homer, and I still love Homer. And I know I can't hit Homer, but I learn and I'm still like figure out like I can be a complete player, complete hitter, and it's bad fun. Like Michael, Keith, Nance helped me really well on the cage. Like really good conversation before the game, really good plan. And any of the day when I go to the home plate by myself, I have to figure out. I do my homework, I do my plan, so I just have to believe in the process. And I'm still surprised, like I don't strike out much, like I take more walks. And was really another step of my game. And I just still like figure out how can I be better, And yeah, it's the way like I take walks. I know the guy behind me, McKinstry, Greeny, Carpenter, whatever lefty is behind me, they saw better pitcher, and I put myself to get a score position.
I love AJ. He says whatever lefty's behind me.
Yeah,
because that's the way he builds the lineup.
I know it's gonna be a lefty behind me.
That is awesome. That's so great.
I love the conversations that take place between teammates. And yes, this team was learning how to hit the fastball before you got hit, and still had struggled. Big improvements this year. You've always been able to hit the fastball. What are some of those conversations you have had? Because we see you walking back to the dugout, having a conversation with the guy who's about to get in the batter's box and or the on-deck circle.
Or Javi grabbing you and being like, yo. After his at-bat.
Yeah.
Those are the conversations that lead to a better team offense, and this offense is a lot better this year.
I think everything starts from the spring training. Like a lot of meetings, a lot of individual meetings to each player. And I really believe that each player knows what's the weakness, right? During the games, we really stay together through each at-bat. That means Keith is the leadoff. He's going to see the hitter. He's going to see every pitch.
You guys are all locked in.
Maybe he's a strikeout or get a double. I can't be at the moment of the conversation, right? I go my at-bat, I take my pitch, either I strike out, whatever. I try to pass the information. I know Carpenter is already ready for hit, but I know Torquay, Greeny, Baez behind me, and just tell him a small thing like, yo, the hitter half light, or the core is moving more than the normal. So we try to figure out the next at-bat, whatever Torquay see, back to me, and yeah, I saw the hitter, but he don't throw you any breaking ball, right? No, I saw the breaking ball. So that's the kind of conversation we have together each day. As a player, we really focus in each pitch, and we take for grinder maybe one detail. So that's mean whatever I didn't see, Baez, Greeny, Carp, Colt, see that detail, and we pass the information together. And I think for now, so far, that's the success together.
We'll let you go here, but I do want to know how you decided to come to an organization when your lowest point as a player is Tommy John surgery because you were coming from second to home on a base running thing. Yeah. How did you end up with Joey Cora as your third base coach?
Waving
you got to run like a crazy person every day.
Literally, when I signed in, I got a phone call with AJ, and he told me like just be ready because Cora is gonna send you. So literally they prepared me before spring training, but it was fun. It's different. Like I still learn about game, and that's type of the game I'm learning right now, and I try to be on the same page with the other boys because I know how important is first to third right now. With no outs, either I'm prefer being third, being second because it's different situation. But I really glad I'm in Detroit. Got me the opportunity to sign in here. From the beginning was amazing conversation. They welcome me like the best they can be. And every conversation was clear because one of the conversation I have with Cora and AJ, I tell her like I know my weakness. Defensively side, I was horrible. And you really guys believe me in signing here. So I gonna be open to do whatever I can do for be better defensively. And I tell Cora like, grab me, whatever you wanna do, I gonna do. And from that day to now, we always be on the same page. And from now, everything's going on the same way. So we play good, I play good, I help the team different ways. And I'm so glad to get the opportunity to be here.
And
Does
I'll
it
tell
feel
you,
like Joey's running home with you when you're coming around third?
Yeah.
Does it feel like he's on your back?
Sometimes I feel nervous because he told me some things and I thought like I'm gonna be out, so I just hurry a little bit more. But it's been so funny this year.
gives you a little extra boost around
Yeah.
your
Have
third,
you ever
doesn't it?
seen smaller circles to wave somebody around?
Just Joy. He knows.
He knows.
He knows how it is.
You're happy to be here, and I can tell you, Tiger fans are really happy you're here too when you're
Thank you.
teammates.
Appreciate that.
Such a pleasure. Gleyber Torres, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for
Good luck
inviting
at
me.
the All-Star game. I hope you enjoy it with your family. You get to bring him this time, huh?
Thank you. I will, for sure.
That's awesome. Gleyber Torres, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks.
Thank you.